We need to get this out of the way so I can run.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Walk before you can run.
Got to do a little 10k, nothing crazy. Just get this bit out of the way where we talk about games and all the other stuff that we're going to do. Bank holiday weekend. It's a 3-day weekend. Comic-Con, D&D, gaming. That's my three splits. I've got Comic-Con tomorrow. That's going to be fantastic. I was at New Cross today, and we drove past a bus stop, and there was a geezer from Halo sat at the bus stop, and I was like, that's really out of place because no one else is dressed up. And I was like, why the fuck are they there? And then I realised Comic-Con starts today.
Oh.
So that's obviously why they were there. And yeah, I'm very excited. Very, 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 very excited. Going to get there for 9 o'clock, early doors, bosh, straight in, walk around, see the shit, buy some shit, go home.
I'm
It's
excited
great.
for you, man. It's going to be a cracking time.
And then we got Dun
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
on the Sunday. Oh my God.
Oh, no.
I got to run a half marathon before that.
Oh, God.
So I'll be fine, fueled up, ready for kebabs or whatever the fuck we order from wherever.
I'll be sitting down as much as possible.
Yeah. Decent.
Yeah.
And then that's that.
That's that.
Woo-woo.
Who?
We've been playing the same shit.
We have. We can't talk about it yet
Why?
because we'll wait until near the end, and then because then people say if you haven't played it, we can just turn off now. If we talk about it now, people are going to jump in and people still be talking about it. So
Well, that was kind of my whole thing. to
yeah,
talk
I know. I
about.
haven't really got much else to say.
That we're going to have to.
Nah, I can talk about FIFA.
Go on.
I finished my second season, first season in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Finished fourth.
Who was you playing as?
Portsmouth.
Portsmouth.
Yeah.
Finished fourth. First season in the Prem, you finished fourth. It's not bad.
It was fucking amazing, to be
It's
honest.
very
with
good.
you. Amazing.
So does that mean that you then qualified for
Go on, you can do it.
Euro Champions League?
Correct.
There we go. Bang.
Correct.
I'm learning.
Yeah, well, I was like sixth
Mm.
for a lot of it, and then a couple of results went my way, and I looked at the table and I was fourth, and I was like, oh shit, I might sneak in the Champions League here.
Yeah.
And I did.
Portsmouth in the Champions League.
Yep, Portsmouth in the champ.
Yeah. That's
So,
quite something.
Yeah, well, bear in mind, like I had like 8 million when I come up or something to spend.
Mm.
Not a lot. And now we've qualified for Champions League. There is 90 million. Go and spend it how you please.
Is that what they give you if you qualify for
Well,
that?
they got a lot more than that, but what they distribute as a
Yeah.
transfer budget is obviously not going to give you all the money. But
That's like a prize money for just getting fourth.
yeah, I've got a couple of young lads coming through. Reggie Welch. Oh, he's like 16. He is a bags man.
Yeah.
He is bagging.
Yeah.
He is bagging.
Reggie Welch.
Reggie Welch, yeah. He's going to be...
That's a horrible last name, Welch.
yeah, it's like that Hook Tur girl, isn't it?
It sounds like have you ever seen someone throw up a ball of spinach?
No.
It sounds like what that looks like, Welch.
Okay.
Oh, he's just thrown up some fucking Welch.
I don't care what he does in his spare time. He
Yeah.
bags goals.
He bags goals. Goals go in because of him.
Well, I've had a South Korean up front for the first 2 seasons, and he's been all right. But when he's been injured, this little young lad's come in and he's bagging. He reminds me of a young Michael Owen, if you remember him. Yeah, I've just sent some scouts, man. I got a 6'4", 16-year-old Brazilian breaking through.
Fucking hell.
He's massive. He's fucking massive. I can't remember what his name was. Something really cool.
Well, he's now playing for Portsmouth.
Yeah, it's Pompey, yeah. But he don't come on, like I say, they don't start, so they just come on when need be.
6'4",
6'4",
Brazilian 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. He's not even finished growing.
Yeah, he's a unit, mate. But yeah, so that's my season done. I'm excited to step into the transfer market and see what sort of players I can acquire. But I'll turn it off. I thought I'll have a think about it. Because, you can convert this to real life stuff. Who do I like in real life?
Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
available?
Yeah, I need to work on this.
Yeah, so...
Can't just make hasty decisions. There's a lot riding on this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm quite happy with the squad as it is, but we're going to be competing against the best of the best now. You know what I mean? I managed to sneak a 1-0 against City.
Yeah.
But early on in the season, I got battered by Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool. They're all just schooling me.
All over you.
Yeah.
But now you've got that big boy budget. Well, that's not really a big boy budget, though, is it? 90 million.
Not in this day and age.
Which is mental, isn't it? When you think about it. That's not.
I remember
huge.
when the record signings were like 2-3 mil, and it was like, oh, like world record signings. I think it was Rio Ferdinand went to Leeds.
What the world record
for I think it was like 30 million or something. He went for, and that was mental money, bro.
I wonder if I can ask the AI. What is the world record football signing?
Neymar, 200 mil.
The world record for a soccer signing is Neymar's transfer from Barcelona to Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, in 2017. The transfer fee for Neymar was €222 million, £200 million.
That's mental, isn't it? £200 million.
But that was nearly 10 years ago. That's 8 years ago that happened.
And that still hasn't been broken.
Hasn't been broken.
That's a hefty fucking... Was he that good?
Well, Neymar, yeah, he's an unbelievable player. The thing is, right, you got players like Declan Rice now at Arsenal. They didn't win nothing. I believe that he could still step into any team in the world. I think he could go Real Madrid. I think he could go Barcelona. And you got Trent Alexander-Arnold. You know who he is. Yeah, Liverpool right back. Liverpool, born and bred, played there for his whole career. 20 years he's been there. He's only 26 or whatever. 27.
Yeah, he's leaving, isn't it?
Yeah. But he's going to Real Madrid on a free. And it just got me thinking, like, that Barcelona have got a young lad coming through now, Lamine Yamal. You heard of him? Came on in the Euros.
I remember.
And it was like, I thought, it's all just, he scored a good goal, but it's just, it is what it is. 16.
Yeah.
Probably just fade into...
I didn't even realise you could play at 16, if I'm honest. I didn't know that was...
You can play when you're 15,
you
I think. I'm pretty sure you can play when you're 15. I think you can play whenever, as long as you're good enough.
Because when they won, I thought he's going to go and do some illegal shit. That's what's going to happen there.
But he come through, and yeah, he's kept it going. And I watched him play the other day, and I was like, oh no, he is actually the real deal. He is something ridiculous. Like, he's still 16 or whatever he is now. And it got me thinking, Barcelona and Real Madrid fans are the only fans in world football that can have a young talent come through and be like, sick, we've got him for 20 years. Because there's not another team in the world that Real Madrid and Barcelona can't attract players from.
Do you reckon, yeah?
100%. We've got Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's a born and bred Liverpool fan. He's won all the trophies with Liverpool. As his boy club could go down as a Steven Gerrard club legend at Liverpool, but he's chose to go Real Madrid because it's Real Madrid. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, if they call you up, you go.
It's always Real Madrid or Barcelona. They're the only two clubs that people are just like, but it's them.
Yeah.
So they're the only fans that get that luxury. Like when Declan Rice came through, like, he's amazing, but he's going to go. You just know he's going to go. Whether it be Arsenal, Real Madrid, Barcelona.
Well, when he was at West Ham? How long was he at West Ham for? He was there for a while, though, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, he was there for years when he was young. He joined our academy when he was probably, 10, 11, something like that.
Because that's one of the key things, isn't it? Because I've been watching the new season of Welcome to Wrexham. Obviously, they're now... It's very cool because I've followed them quite a lot through the season, hoping that they would get promotion, which obviously they have. They're now in the Championship, so it's cool to watch this season on the documentary because it's just loads of people saying, will we get back to back to back, blah blah blah, and you're like, you fucking do. So it's nice to see it. But one of the big things they talk about on the last episode is building their academy. Is one of the main focal points of their spending for heading into the Championship. Is they need to bump up their academy because that's where a lot of their talent comes through. And I didn't realise that was a thing, if I'm honest. I thought it was just, here's a load of money, go and buy some decent players. I've never actually thought, where the fuck do the players come from? Where are they made? They just pick them up off the street.
Academies are massive, and like West Ham, that's one of our nicknames, the Academy of Football, because we produce players: Frank Lampard, Jermaine Defoe, Michael Carrick, Joe Cole, Glenn Johnson, John Terry even played for us when he was young. We've produced all these world class, Rio Ferdinand, all these world class players that have gone on to do amazing things, and they all come through your youth team. But like the youth team is huge, especially for like smaller clubs. For example, say, I don't know, just pick a team out of nothing. Stevenage, for argument's sake, they produce in there through their youth team, their catchment area. They're going out scouting like Sunday league football and youth football and stuff like that. They'll sign a young lad. He plays. He's really good. And then, I don't know, say someone like fucking Tottenham come in and they're looking at him. Be like, all right, well, give us a couple of mil. Imagine Stevenage getting a few £1 million for a player.
Yeah.
That's from their academy. That's you know what I mean. And that's what the youth football is. What makes a lot of clubs keep running because their players get
like a money making thing.
Yeah,
Isn't
it
it?
is.
You either get a decent player in your club or you get an expensive player that you can sell off.
Exactly. So it's like a balancing act. So you'd be like, all right, I don't want to sell this kid, but if we sell him, we can fucking go out and buy another player, and we can pay these players wages for the next 5 years because they're only on fucking 800 quid a week or whatever. You know what I mean? We can improve the youth facilities. Like youth teams in football is huge, and yeah, we used to have one of the best ones. Unfortunately, not so much nowadays, but yeah.
Do you deal with much of that in Football Manager?
Yeah, all
Youth
of it.
academies.
Yeah, 100%. Youth academies and on FIFA. Like you send scouts out looking for youth players, and then you can sign them. And I've got like 14-year-olds in my academy. I can't sign them to the first team until they're 16, but they're playing like youth football, so you get to keep an eye on their ratings and their stats going up, and if their pace is going up or they're shooting, passing, yada yada. And they get taller and stuff. So I hope that fucking Brazilian don't get any taller.
Huge cunt. Fucking hell.
6'4". Jesus
7
Christ.
foot of 17.
Yeah, if he keeps growing, the league is in trouble. But yeah, it's part of the fun, man. Because at the end of every season on Football Manager, there's a certain date where you get a message from your system manager. He says, "Here's the most recent influx of like youth prospects to the team," and then you can go through your youth players and be like, "All right, he looks good. He looks like he could." Because you're looking at the stats from this. The stats are shocking, but if they're say his finishing is like 12 out of 20 on Football Manager when he's 14. Well, that number's just going to go up. So you think by the time he's fucking 20 in 6 years, that finishing from 12 could be 20.
Yeah.
So you look at them stats and think, well, them ones are going to go up. So you focus on his training to be a striker, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's great. That's the part of the fun. You nurture these players into professional athletes, and then they go on and they're amazing, and they're great. And then you sell them because you need the money, and then they score against you in the Champions League final.
Does that happen?
Of course it does. Of course it does, and that's the fun of it. You're like, oh, or you do that, and you nurture a player, and you sell him on because you need the money, and then you win something. Your club comes into money. You get to buy him back and bring him home like a homecoming. Welcome back, son. You know, it's football.
Does that happen often? Buying a player back after selling them
in real football?
Yeah,
it has happened a lot. Yeah, it has happened. We've had loads of players back. We had Joe Cole back.
That must be so fucking annoying though.
Yeah, well,
it's almost like pawning.
Yeah, they have their good years with the other club, and then you're like, oh, come on in. Can't have your last payday.
Yeah.
Just from the start. I think Declan Rice will come back one day.
You reckon, yeah?
Yeah, when he's like 35, I think he might finish
when he's done his time, yeah.
When he finishes his career at West Ham, maybe. Because he's actually a Chelsea fan, Declan Rice, because he was at Chelsea's academy, got released because they said he wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
Joined West Ham's academy.
Imagine that.
And now look at him.
Yeah.
One of the world's best. He could easily fit in Real Madrid centre mid.
He's a geezer.
The GOAT for me. He's the only West Ham captain I've ever seen lift a trophy. Probably ever will be as well. Never mind, Dave. Never mind. This is a gaming podcast, by the way, not football.
Well, it was about FIFA.
Kind of, yeah, it was, I guess.
I know. There'll be plenty of people that will like that conversation.
Oh, what else have I been up to?
Fuck all.
No, I've been playing PlayStation, man. What else have I been playing is what I'm after. I've played that shan't be named.
Mine's been entirely Expedition 33.
Yeah.
Entirely.
Did you see their messages on Patreon the other day?
Yeah, and then I saw you shutting them down because you didn't want to hear anything. So I was like, well, I said I'm not going to bother reading these then.
If I went in there and you two had already been, I didn't say anything and you two had already been chatting, I'd have been like, ah.
Yeah, I can't help it. What's that? Oh, you
playing Patreon for some reason.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it, but obviously, yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. What did I see? I sent you something on Instagram. Did you see it?
Well, no. Oh no, I didn't. No, I see it and I swiped it away.
What? What sort of person
I was busy.
Are you,
I was busy. What did you say? Oh yeah, yeah. You know who actually told me about that before you sent me that was Mark, of all people. About we're thrilled to announce that Bandai Namco Entertainment Incorporated and A24 are teaming up with writer and director Alex Garland to bring From Software Incorporated's world-renowned video game Elden Ring to life as a live-action film, We're truly excited to bring the world of Elden Ring to fans in a new form outside the game. Stay tuned. The path ahead is only beginning. I think that will be fantastic. I don't know what they're going to follow. Are you going to follow the perceived story? Where you're going to go with that? We're definitely going to see Radahn. We're definitely going to see Melania. You can't have neither of those being involved. Are you going to see bosses from Shadow of the Erd Tree? Probably not. But what the fuck? Are you supposed to turn that into a live action?
I've no idea because I don't understand what was going on anyway. There's a whole
That's
story.
what I'm saying, yeah.
There's a tree. There's a beast. Just
Yeah.
kill, if it's in front of you, kill it.
Yeah.
That's the
I want
rules.
to. What I would like to see is is that fucking weird mechanical creature that like opens up and then sucks you in, and it's like that sarcophagus thingy
Yeah.
with the spikes and
Takes
then
you to the volcanic manor.
yeah. I would like to see something like that because I don't even understand how that works. How the fuck does that work? I've no idea. Yeah, that's very interesting. Be very cool. That's one of the going to be one of the more decent live actions, I reckon, if it's done right. Which I would imagine it is.
Do you think Matey Bell's going to have anything to do with it?
Who? What was that?
George R.R. Martin?
Maybe it's kind of up his street.
He did write the law, didn't he?
Yeah.
So
So you'd like to think that it would be the case. Henry Cavill, fucking get involved in it.
oh, I love him, but he
Oh.
can't be in everything.
He can.
Fucking hell, give the
Yeah.
geezer a rest.
I'd like to see who they would make a protagonist and what kind of protagonist they would be in that. Very interesting. You just have to keep an eye on it. You won't fucking hear anything else for the next year.
It's going to be Bella Ramsey, I heard.
You reckon Bella Ramsey as the fucking
The
tarnished?
tarnished. The chosen one.
It'd be cool. It'd be very cool. It's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just picturing it. I can't see what I couldn't even imagine where you would begin.
Fuck knows, because whilst there is a story, there's also different endings to that story.
I'd imagine they won't tell that story. I imagine it would be like before the shattering or something or whatever it's called. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be like Radahn before he was, you know.
Yeah. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, there's nothing tying them to the campaign, so to speak.
Speaking of campaign, it's out next Friday.
I know.
Night Rain.
I know. That's going to be fun. Is that coming out? Do you know how expensive that is? That's not full price, is it?
No, I
I
don't
think
think
it's
so.
like 40 quid or 45 quid.
Whatever it is, it's Elden Ring. Do you know what I mean? You just throw money at
It's
it.
going to get
You
purchased and it's going to get
have
fucking
that
done.
money. You
I need to. It's not going to happen because I'm stuck in Scotland for 3 days, but I need to get Expedition done so that I'm free to play other shit because it's just taken up.
Stop trying to force me onto
You're
Expedition.
going to have to.
And how long we been recording?
Long enough for us to be talking about it because I haven't got anything else to talk about.
Right,
It's my main subject matter, and you started by saying we can't talk about it.
Unfortunately, if you haven't played it and plan on playing it, I highly recommend you do not listen further because it's like a impossible game. I just wouldn't bother playing if I listened to this part. But you are making me nervous
Why?
because I know how shit you are with saying things you shouldn't say. So if I'll be subconsciously picking away subliminal messages from you about stuff. I can't even look at you when I'm going to talk about the game because you might do a little grin or something. And
Has
I'll
it
be like,
happened yet?
Exactly. See, straight away. Exactly that sort of stuff. So, yeah. So, I feel...
How many hours in are you?
10, maybe?
Oh, okay, yeah, sweet. So we can talk about everything that you've done.
Right, yeah. So, that's what I'm going to say.
I'm way
We will
further
only talk about the stuff I've done.
I'm
Agreed?
so far ahead.
Agreed?
I must be.
We'll only talk about the things that I have done.
Yes, go on.
And we don't talk about any mechanics that I don't talk about. We don't talk about any...
You don't-
anything, any party members. You only mention
Alright,
characters that I know.
You guide it,
Completely.
and I'll fill in the
Okay.
blanks,
Right.
the spoilers.
So where do you want to start?
Well, I don't know, do I? Because
It's
you
all right.
have to.
The game's all right. The game's all right. It's good. It's good.
It's good, isn't it?
It's good. I see like it's very good, but it's also taken a lot from other games. So it's not like a. So whilst it might be very fresh for a lot of players, I have seen this stuff before, but it's very niche in it. Like the leveling up your companion, like talking to them and that, spending time with them.
I still don't know what that does.
Yeah, that's it. That's in like Persona. I can't think off the top of my head, but most of it is basically taken from them sort of games. But yeah, obviously the big reveal, the big shocker. We'll just get straight to it. Was old Gustav getting shanked up by the old fella?
Weren't expecting that at all.
Nah,
Gustav.
Yeah, poor old Gussie.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. Yeah, that was.
Or is it R.I.P.?
This is what I mean.
I have no idea.
This is why I don't want to talk to you.
I have no idea.
But yeah, I tell you what. When that other fella turned up, old
Verso,
yeah, I was like, I'd much prefer playing as you anyway, bro.
I prefer playing as Verso than
fucking,
Gustav. He's fucking.
You know
sick.
who he's voiced by, don't you?
Who?
It's Clive out of Final Fantasy.
Oh, is it?
It's Ben Starr, man.
So who's ringing you?
It's my fucking mother. Fuck off. Talking about Expedition 33. I'm only joking. But we are.
His abilities are a lot more fun.
Yeah, the abilities are cool.
He's also a lot more fucking powerful.
Yeah, he seems pretty hard. I like the big marshmallow geezer that you can ride on. He's amusing to me. He makes me lol.
He's very fun. I like him.
The Rock, and then you go in there. He's a turtle.
He is the most powerful being in the entire universe of that game. Do you need to answer it?
No.
I'll
be honest. Up until like Sam said about it gets good after you've been with them paintbrushes, whatever they're called. What are they called?
Oh, the gestrels.
Gestrels, yeah. Up until that point, I was just running. I was just like, just get me out of this shit. It was doing my head in.
What, in the Gestral village?
All of that shit. I was like, this is boring. It's not amusing. It's just irritating. It's not.
There's loads of stuff to do in the Gestral village.
I just got out there. It was pissing me off.
Oh, you missed out on loads of shit.
Nah, bruv. I done an arena and then I was like, gone.
Yeah, the arena's fun.
It's just, I don't want to talk to paintbrushes. Just fucking move on.
The only bit that I did, because I liked that area, but the only bit I didn't like is that the ADHD kicks in that if you give me the ability to talk to someone, I need to go and talk to them in case I'm missing something. And then when you've got an area filled with about 100 people and I can talk to every single one of them, it's like, oh my God. So now I have to go through and speak to everyone to work out what's going on. And sure enough, I did. So yeah, I think by the time I'd left that place, I was done with it, but I had rinsed it for everything that it had, basically.
Yeah, no. As soon as I could leave, I was like, "Get me out of here!"
I actually need to go back and fight Gorgra, the main.
I did try fighting her.
Yeah, she fucked me up.
She one banged me.
Yeah, so I need to go back because I'm pretty sure I could go back and fuck her up now.
Yeah, so I as soon as I could get out of there, I got out of there. And yeah, Sam said, "Yeah, once you get out of there, it gets better." And I was like, "Fuck," because at that time, I was liking it, I was enjoying it, but it was a bit slow, and I was like, come on, like what am I missing?
Yeah, what's happening?
Because everyone's loving this and I'm not seeing it at the moment. It's very like and now it's getting a lot darker. It's a lot more like,
it definitely has a point where it, and it's not too, basically sort of like when Gustav gets shanked up, that's when it teeters into, I can see what people are on about, because I'd probably share the same feelings as you. As I thought it was really good when I first started playing it, but there were aspects where I was like, it's good, but everyone's saying this is absolutely amazing. And I was like, where
is it?
Where is that? Because it's good, but I wouldn't be sitting here going like, fucking hell, this is like the best game in the world. But it is very fucking, once you get over that tiny little hump, and it's not like it's a make you stop playing type hump, it's just somewhat mundane.
Impatience. I just want to get on with it. I want to see the good shit.
Because once you get enough pictos and level your characters up enough and shit like that, and enough abilities, that's when it really starts to get fun, because you can fuck around with so much different stuff, or you don't have to. But when you've got the basics, it's just a bit slow. But yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I could get out of there, I got out of there. I was in it for too long, started to get annoyed with it. But when I first went into like that underwater bit, I was like, this is fucking sick. Like, because I know you probably don't, I wear headphones. The music in that game is mental. Good. It's good. So fucking good.
Good playlist.
Getting me all gassed and shit. But yeah. But then, like I say, the enemies, like you said, you always find the same enemies. And I was just getting bored of seeing the same fucking enemies with like wooden faces and shit.
Yeah.
But now where I'm at, I'm seeing like the cool shit. I'm seeing people with massive swords, and I'm like, this is more the stuff I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to fight paintbrushes.
Yep.
I want to fight demons and winged monstrosities. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, there's some mental shit.
Yeah, so I'm enjoying when it's like that. I enjoy it much more, and I'm hoping it like continues down that trend of like being more adult.
Do you see what I mean? Where when we last spoke about it, where you were saying you weren't a massive fan of the whole, I don't know what you called it, where you have that realism factor of like, this is a real world that's been changed into a fantasy world. Do you know what I mean? Where I said it's not so much as what you think of that once you get out of the fucking tutorial.
I'm still trying to work out like what the fuck I'm setting, because it's like Paris, but then you're not in Paris, but then there's loads of parts of Paris knocking about. Everyone's fucking talking French. The last thing, and obviously don't say anything, but the last thing that I heard before I turned it off, they were like, oh, we've got to go to Monaco's fucking train yard or something. And I was like, surely you mean Monaco? Like, I mean,
No,
like,
Monaco.
it's not Monaco, no.
No, it's Monaco.
Monaco.
Have you gone there yet?
No, I'm in the camp.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, that was the last thing. Because the last thing I actually did was, we were crossing some bridge or something. I think we just buried Gustave's arm, and then that big fucking thing with a sword came, and then we plummeted down, and then we fucked them up in there. 2 phases. I must say, some of the bosses, they fucking whooped my ass, man.
Yeah, I've been fucked up a lot.
Took me a fair... That fucking cunt with the lanterns, bruv.
Yeah.
I was getting annoyed.
The delay on the attacks is fucking something else, man. I thought Elden Ring was bad. Some of this shit is proper.
Yeah, yeah. Some of them is testing my patience a little bit. I can imagine that only gets worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I am enjoying it. I do really like it. I can see why people are very high up on it, but obviously I know I'm still well early on. I know there's loads of mad shit to come. Combat's fun. I've only just started like actually paying attention to what I'm doing, because before I was just like, what does the most damage? Press that one.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I'll use that to fucking expose, and then that to put a mark on it, and then that to fucking set them alight, and then I'll use weakness to fire, and then set them alight. And obviously you're probably gonna have different party members to me. I've got Shadowheart, or whatever her name is, L.
Is that Lune?
No, that's the the
the
one that's very sad about Gustave dying.
Oh,
Melanie, Mel, L.A. I don't even know her name.
Melanie.
And then the Chinese girl with the symbols on her.
That's Lune.
Yeah, so I've got her.
And then you got Sile.
Verso, that Shadowheart, and then yeah, the woman with the cards.
Yeah.
But I haven't once used her. I haven't even bothered putting her in the party. I literally got her, done the tutorial with her, and then she's never come out.
I did that when I first got her. I played her for a little bit, and then I was like, yeah, you're not really my cup of tea. And then recently started using her again, and she is fucking good. But then I've swapped her back with Lune, because Lune just has so much more AoE, just fire and shit. What I've done is, it's not going to spoil anything because it's nothing to do with the story at all, is I've turned Lune into a glass cannon. There's a picto that you get which is called glass cannon. I can't remember where I got it from. But it basically just makes her do a shit ton more damage, but also take a shit ton more damage. So now she's exactly what a sorcerer is. Just does fucking silly numbers, but one little hit and we're in trouble. And it's just fun.
I've got her as kind of like that, but like she's half healer.
Mayel.
Yeah,
Mayel is her name.
Half healer, half
Sile.
fucking flame witch. Because I got her doing that. There's an ability where she constantly inflicts burns upon all enemies.
Yeah.
And unless she gets hit, and then she gets stunned, which is a pain in the dick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's an ability that I was really excited to use, and I haven't seen it in its full potential because I always use it and then just immediately get fucking
get whacked,
just get tunneled and then get hit.
Yeah,
so it just ruins
that
it.
Happens. No, yeah, it's good. I have used it, and once you let it tick up a little bit, then you start putting weakness to fire on. Now, it gets a bit gnarly.
She pairs up really well with Mael because with her abilities, she has a shitload of fire as well, and then makes shit weaker to fire, so pairing the two of them up. But then when you come across something that is resistant to fire, then it's obviously it's a fucking problem.
You have to keep putting weakness to it.
Yeah, I haven't used a recoat thing to change any of my abilities. I haven't really fucked around with any of that, just because I can't be bothered. It sounds weird. I got all my companions. None of them use healing abilities. None of them.
Really?
Yeah, I don't use any of them. I was because I was having to, but I'm at a point where for some reason I just haven't needed to. If I'm honest.
No, I fucking have. I've been
Yeah.
Strugsville. I don't know. Trying to get them because I'm addicted to parries. Well, I'll very
Parries are
very
fun, man.
very very rarely
Yeah,
dodge.
I parry more than I dodge.
And then Verso's got that other thing where you smash R2. It's like very cool. I don't
Where
know
you
what it
smash
is.
R2.
Yeah, where someone does like a big black shadowy thing, and you have to press R2 instead.
Oh
of
yeah,
R1.
yeah. They all the a gradient counter is what it's called.
He's the one that introduced it to me, and then
Yeah.
it's only ever happened from him. I didn't know others could do it.
Everyone does
I've
it.
never seen it happen to anyone else.
Yeah, it's the same shit. It's just really cool. When you have a flurry of attacks and you get you parry all of them, then you get a counter attack.
And then you
off
do the
back
jump
of it.
and then R2 and
It's very, very fun.
It's very
Fun.
satisfying.
Are you supposed to press R2 on that counter?
Yeah. When you jump, you have to press R2 to attack back.
Oh fuck, I don't.
Oh yeah, no, you've got to press R2, bro. Otherwise, you don't do no damage.
No, you do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh no, you definitely have to press R2. It comes up saying R2. Literally says R2 when you jump.
What after when you're counter attacking after a parry?
No, after you jump.
Oh, after you jump. Sorry, I thought you meant after you parry.
Oh no.
Yeah, a flurry of parries, and then on the last one, if you get a chain, if you parried all of their
Yeah,
abilities,
it does
then you attack,
automatically hit them back.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I know what you mean with the R2 thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those where I just didn't feel if you put it on paper for someone like myself, you lay out the aspects of that game and then say like it's turn-based combat, I'd immediately be turned away. It's almost like if you throw a survival in my face and then say here's the building mechanics, I go no thank you, see you later, I'm done. But pleasantly surprised. It's just so much fun, and the story is good as well.
It is very fun. It is very fun. I like looking at stuff.
And it is varied. Having been to quite a lot of because obviously you get into that outer map where
the map's very cool.
Yeah, where you venture around and shit like that. Having been through a fair amount of it, it is all pretty unique. I can't really say that I've gone into the one world and then another one and then be similar. If I'm honest, they have all been very their own world. But I would urge, if you haven't, to go into all the places that you're able to go into. Just have a little bit of an adventure, because I was sort of beelining a little bit, and then decided yesterday to venture around more. Spent like 2 or 3 hours just going in all the different shit, because obviously when you open up the map, if it hasn't got the name on it, then you haven't been there yet. Which is an easier way to fucking know, because obviously if you hover... I would like it if you hovered over, if it come up with a fucking legend of what it is that you're hovering over. But yeah, go and have a look at some of them, because there's just like weird alternative stuff that isn't a requirement, just side mission shit that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I went back to a place yesterday because I didn't realise, because the first time I come out of that map, because you do all the first shit, and then you do that shit with Esky, or whatever his fucking name is.
Yeah, Esky, I don't know.
And then you go through the tunnels, and then you fight that boss, and then you Gustav dies, and then you end up here. And I was like, oh, I didn't realise this map was connected to this water. So I went back to the original map where I went to a cave that said danger.
Yeah.
So I went back in there, and then it was just one of them weird fucking sucky peanut, like Daryl's penis monsters.
Penis monsters, yeah.
And he was like, give me some skin. So I gave
Yeah. Did you give him some skin?
Yeah, give him some skin.
I gave him some skin, and then he was like, come back after I've rested.
Yeah.
But I don't know how long he needs to
I
rest.
just left and then went back in, and he was ready.
Oh, was he ready?
Yeah, you just leave the area and go straight back in.
Do you need to give him more skin?
No.
Oh, I need to go back in there then.
Well, I won't carry on what I was saying.
No, go on. What happens? Because I'm going to go back in there anyway.
Nothing, really. You go in and he's just massive.
Yeah.
And then he's like, here's a gift. And he gives you a gift. And then I was like, I think the gift was shit. To be honest with
Like
you.
a picto or something like
It was
that.
something crappy. It wasn't
Yeah.
even good, whatever it was, if I remember. It could have been. It could have been one of them tint things which are useful, but I don't think so.
I think I've almost maxed out my tints.
And then he was waffling about some boring shit that meant nothing, and then he was like, "Yeah, I either say the same thing, attack or leave." And I was like, "I really want to attack him," but he was massive, and I thought I better not.
You didn't attack him?
Nah, I walked out.
I'll attack him.
Yeah, you attack him. You let me know if it's worth it. I'll go back. Kill his
I'll
ass.
attack him and see what's going on.
But yeah, they're annoying as fuck. Them things, man. They just eat one of your characters. There's nothing you can do about it.
And it pisses me off because when it goes to eat you, and then when it does, obviously it's slow motions, and I always think, well, I must be able to counter this then if it's going slow, because that's what happens when just before you're about to parry or something like that. But you can't. Fucking does my head in.
Yeah, I'm guessing you can't because I've never avoided it.
Yeah, I've never avoided it either.
So every time I just get eaten, I'm like, great. I guess I've just got this weak ass fucking.
They do a pretty good job, from what I've seen so far, of putting you in a map with various enemies. And obviously, if you don't know the enemies, then you don't know the abilities. So trying to dodge and parry them is quite difficult on the first initial combat. But chances are you're going to get hit a fair amount until your next checkpoint. But they do a pretty good job of giving you enough checkpoints, or at least giving you the ability to just heal yourself.
I've never come across a time when I've died and I've not basically been where I died.
Yeah.
And I've had to run through all the shit again. It's never happened yet, so that's fucking good, to be honest.
It is decent.
Because there's a lot of enemies. I'm just like, how the fuck am I supposed to beat them? And then I go and fight them again. I'm like, are they well easy to dodge? Because I know now.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't take long to start building up the muscle memory. And then you come across an enemy you fought ages ago, and you're like, oh fuck, I forgot.
Mimes?
Yeah, they're weird as fuck.
You have come across mimes.
Yeah, they're weird as fuck.
Have you beaten them?
I think I beat one. They just give me some clothes or something.
Yeah. You get the old baguette clothes.
Yeah, some weird shit.
Little beret and a fucking baguette on your back.
Yeah,
they look cool.
I haven't got any of them. I beat one, and the little balls as well that you have to put in the slots and then fight.
Oh, they're annoying. They're fucking annoying.
Yeah, they've all got little quirks to them. They're alright, just burn them and they die quick.
Yeah.
I have had one get away. I don't know if they ever come back.
They don't come back once they get away. They get away because they just give you resources. The mimes, the trick to them is that you got to break them. You got to get them broken, and then that gets rid of their shield, and then they just drop like flies. But before then, they're an absolute fucker. I won't tell you what it is. I won't tell you what it does or how you get about defeating it. But there's one boss that I did, like a mini boss thing, and it was a cunt, a proper, just kept wiping, dying, because I weren't using my brain to really work out what was going on. And then once I did work out what was going on, it was still fucking hard, man. And I managed to kill it, but I was like, this is going to be a fucking nightmare for some people.
It was like the lantern boss, man. You kill it. The first phase is a doddle, and then you go into second phase, and then it took me ages to realise I'm supposed to be shooting the fucking lanterns, because I had a feeling I was supposed to shoot the lanterns in the right order. It was fairly obvious. But then I was waiting until I had enough attacks to actually do it in one hit. I didn't realise that when you hit the right lantern, it didn't take one of your actions away. So I was just like, if you've got one action, you can do all fucking 5 lanterns or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, when I realised that, he was easy, but...
Yeah, because it uses your AP.
Yeah, he had some fucking irritating moves. All like the big... I'm alright if I can see the weapon coming at me. It's fine, but it's when it's like charging up an orb of power or something.
There's a fucker in it.
And I don't know when's the orb coming? When's it coming? When's it coming? Yep. It's fucking pain in the arse. Yeah, and I really struggle to see who's being attacked if it happens quickly. I'm like, I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at for.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. When there's an enemy where those lanterns come up and they shoot a beam of light at you, but they shoot it so quick, and it's in a flurry. So. And then you get caught up. So like, there's an enemy where it's like main combo. It will hit you like 9 times. So it's like that's a lot. So then you'll be like, you'll parry one, parry another, and then get hit. But then it's thrown off your groove. Yeah. So you're now trying to parry, but you're off time. So you're just getting fucking hit, and then eventually you give up. You go, right, well, let's go again. And that happens to me so many times. It's like I dodge or I parry properly, and then once I get hit, it's like my character in the actual game has been thrown off balance when they haven't. It's just me that's gone, oh fuck, and then just messed up my timing. But when you parry, it just feels nice.
A lot of it, I have to use audio cues, man. I'm listening in the headphones. It's really
because they do
so
make noise.
It's so much easier for any attack because it always goes like,
Yeah,
and you just wait for that, and then you press the button.
yeah.
It's very-
I've only come across one ability, like one attack so far that was fucking winding me up, and it was basically just a one shot, regardless. And I don't. No, you could parry it because I parried it once, and then thought, no, it's too much of an aggro. I'll just keep trying to dodge it. But it basically like this thing would wind up and then hold itself, and I don't think there is an audio cue for it, and it would just fucking swing out as fast as you like, and then if it hits you, you're just dead regardless. And yeah, that's quite a fucker. But that's also from like a normal enemy in the area, so it's like it's not even coming from a boss. I've just got to deal with this throughout most of this area.
Have you done any of the paintbrush volleyballing stuff? That's pretty fucking weird.
I've done one where I had to shoot things off of a raft.
Yeah, back at him.
Where
volleyball they call it.
And then you got the different levels. I did that. The highest leveled one of that was quite fucking tough.
I couldn't do that one. I'd give up.
It was a fucker.
It just took too long to get back into it. If I failed, I just got annoyed to keep.
Because that's the one in it where he shoots the barrel over, and then you got to run and then hit it back.
It's not a barrel. It's a fucking
bomb
paintbrush geezer. It's one of the. It's a little baby.
Oh yeah. And you got to shoot. You got to hit it back. Yeah, I've done that. There was one that I did that was really fun. Where Fall Guy, not Fall Guys. That game that a lot of streamers were playing, where it's just the geezer that's trying to climb up as high as they can. There's that is in there, and that was fun. But I found that, got basically near the top and then fell off and then come all the way down the bottom. I was like, right, that's me done for the night.
Again,
Switch that off and then come back to it like the next day and then did it, and it was quite cool.
Yeah, I fought a boss yesterday in the sea. He fucked me up. It doesn't really tell you. It's just like you'll know if you're not ready.
Is that the big like siren?
I don't know what
thing.
It was. Big fucking stone giant-y thing, and when you fight him, you're just on a platform, and he's like leaning out the sea.
Yeah, and his head spins round.
He gets like 20 attacks in a fucking row.
Yeah.
There's a gimmick to this, or I'm just not ready, so I'll leave it.
I tried to kill him, and I just get fucked up. I know that because I've got a Picto that lets me play first.
Yeah, I've got that, yeah.
So I always get the first hit regardless. If I hit something and their health doesn't even move, that's when I know I'm out of my depth. I go, right, well this isn't this unless I get absolutely perfect dodging on everything, then I can't be asked. I'll go back when I do some actual damage to it.
There's a cool boss I can see floating around on the map miles away, bro. Just fucking looks like a big dragon or a big fucking sperm whale or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see already in the maps, like, or in the certain zones, there's like some things you've got to break. So there's plenty of like going back to places to look for stuff and all that shit when you get new abilities. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, man. I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes, the twists and turns that I'm sure are to come. I've got an idea of what the story of what I think's going to happen, but
what do you think's going to happen?
Probably way off. Well, I think that fucking. I think Gustav or Verso or whatever, I think they are that old geezer. I don't think that old geezer is like an entity upon himself.
Oh, you reckon? Yeah.
I reckon. Because he's like... I'm pretty sure he's even got the same fucking scar as that Verso coming down his eye. They've got the same scar. But yeah, I think there's going to... And there's some futuristic shit as well, man. In one of the... You know, the little expedition things you can pick up. The voice notes.
Yeah.
One of them was talking about driving a car or something. I was like, what?
Oh, were they?
Yeah, it was like, oh yeah, we drove the car down, and I was just like,
maybe I didn't pick that one up.
So there's obviously some fucking, weird futures. I don't know. It's weird as fuck.
Yeah, because they've avoided the gommage, which is what the paintress does to fucking kill everyone.
Yeah, I don't even know it's all very confusing to me. I really don't know what's going on. I think I'm not supposed to know what's going on.
I think the same because I'm trying to fully understand everything, and there are. Yeah, I can't. It's like the Renoir is his name, is the old geezer. Whenever he pops up, I'm like, I I can't understand what you're doing or why you're here. I haven't, because obviously Verso doesn't fucking talk about it. It's all right to ask everyone else fucking questions at the camp. Yeah, get delve into everyone else's shit. The minute you put it back on him, he's like, "That's none of your business." What do you mean it's none of your business,
the
man?
First thing when you speak to Quinton, the big marshmallow man, he says, "Oh, you haven't told them, have you?" And he's like, "No, I haven't told them." And he's like, "Good, don't tell them." So it wouldn't surprise me if fucking Verso ends up being the bad guy.
Yeah, I have. I think I'm on the cusp of knowing whatever that is, but I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, so I don't know what the story is.
There's something going on. There's something happening.
And that fucking the curator as well, man. What's up with that motherfucker, bro? He's creepy as hell, bro. You go down into his little cave and he's just standing there like,
standing there with no face.
And then the weird house that you go in, I don't know. It's fucking weird as balls, bro. And I just come to terms with the fact that I'm not supposed to know. All will be revealed in time because the game starts you with Gustav. And doesn't say, "Oh, you've only got one arm because," and you just go, "Oh, he's got one arm."
I'm adamant that
channels electricity. So
I'm adamant that Gustav, it's not the last that we're going to have seen of him.
I'm almost certain of that as well,
because he seemed like such a pivotal character, and then to just kill him off like that.
But then that also makes it impactful, though. If it
does,
so
it does.
I kind of hope he is gone just for that impactful reason, but I'm not sure. They have. I don't know if you're interested. You could be. You couldn't be. But they did. They announced today, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, that their Collector's Edition obviously sold out like mega quick. But they've been working to get more of them. But this time, they've got more of them, and they have managed to create more, but obviously without. So here it is. I'll just read it because I'm just fucking talking shit. Oh no, I can't do it. I'm an idiot. Basically, the Monolith set is now available for pre-order. Here, blah blah blah. Set includes a monolithic music box, the Expedition's journal art book, and the steelbook for those who come after. Handshake. But basically, they've remade it for people that want it, but without all the. You don't get the game. You don't get the digital shit. You just get the stuff, and it's like 99 quid, I think. And you get
99 quid isn't bad.
And you get that. As one of the things.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
The paintress.
Oh, that's very cool. And you can pre-order that, can you?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's tempting.
It comes with a monolithic music box. The Expedition is journal art book. The steel book is now available for pre-order. I can send you the link if you want.
It's very exciting.
Yeah,
send me the link, please, and I'll have a little gander.
But yeah, I'm in two minds because I'm like, I want that, and it's like affordable, but also, do I like the game enough to buy that yet? I need to see if I like it more first.
I like the game enough to buy that.
If I'm honest, I need to see.
It's a very cool.
But
statue.
I do like the statue, and that's the most important.
Also, I feel like from a development team of what 30 or is it actually 33 people, fucking take the money.
Yeah, it is mental. They deserve for what they've just from what I've seen, like graphically, performance, fidelity, art. Visuals, fucking music, sound, voice acting, everything is like perfect. So for a team of that, if Ubisoft could pull something like that off, you'd be like, well, it's Ubisoft. It should be.
Yeah, you should be able to.
This is your standard minimum. For them, it's like fucking. That's incredible.
Does that count? Does it count as an indie?
Yeah. They're not. The geezers fucking they got people off Reddit to do shit. Yeah, they're very indie, mate.
Another.
They have managed to snag Shadowheart and Ben Starr though. I don't know how
indie that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if fucking Baldur's Gate 3, if that's classed as indie, then we can throw this in as fucking indie and all.
I imagine this has been in development, alongside the end of Baldur's Gate development. So when Shadowheart and Clive or Ben Starr has probably been. Recording these voices, they're probably still doing the other games as well, or just so they had no idea the level of they probably got paid like 20 quid. Oh, we'll have a go.
Yeah, we'll give it a crack. Why not?
Been in
Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's too long of a name to be a good game, but yeah, go on then.
That's my motto. The name's too weird for it to be good.
Yeah, I don't know what the Clair Obscur bit. Oh no, I did. Sorry, I did Google it. Clair Obscur is it's a French translation. For Clair Obscur meaning. Here we go. Clair Obscur refers to the use of strong contrast between light and dark in art. It's a French term that translates to light, dark, and is the French equivalent of the Italian word chiaroscuro. I'm not Italian. This technique is often used to create a sense of volume, depth, and mood in a painting or drawing. So it's very, very fitting for the game itself, having been all about artwork, essentially.
Yeah, that's the only bit I don't like. Everything's art. Everything is a fucking painting.
Yeah.
Or art.
Well, that's the theme.
Yeah, I know, but it's annoying. I just have some realism in there. I don't want everything to be a fucking crayon. Do you know what I mean? Everything's a...
And Gestrel's done you in. I like the Gestrels, man.
When you hit something, you fire ink out your hand. Like, what's that all about, bruv?
Is that what that is?
Well, I guess so. What else could it be?
I don't know. Because when you aim it, it sounds like keys jangling. Yeah. But I always thought it was like you formulating some kind of gun and then firing that.
No, there is no gun there. It's just...
That's what I'm saying.
It's just ink. I'm pretty sure it's just ink. That's what I...
It's a good theory.
Devised by
I'll Google it, but that's a good theory because I didn't think that. And I also barely use that.
No, I don't, but I have been in the last fights just to stun them before you go in to hit them because they don't move when you hit them, do they?
Oh, what? For what?
You know when you're running around the open world,
Yeah.
and you shoot them,
Yeah.
it stuns them, and then you can run up and hit them,
Yeah.
and then you get to go first, like surprise round.
Oh, is that how that works? Is it? Oh, I don't need to worry because I got that play first thing.
Yeah, but does that mean? But that's just a picto for one of your characters, isn't it?
Yeah, but when you unlock it, then everyone can have it.
Oh, right.
Because
it's a bit of a wasted slot though, because you can just sneak up on them and hit them.
Yeah, but it's a cheap pick though. You know what I mean? When you can get the passive of it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So I just do that. Anyway, that's that. If you, apology if the people that switched off listening because they didn't want Expedition 33 spoilers. Obviously, you won't be listening to this, so you can go fuck yourselves. Everyone else that did listen, thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.
I'd like to think that by next... We'll have more to talk about next time. Be very exciting because I'd like to think that you're sort of at the level where I am now. And then I maybe have finished it. Maybe. Because I've been very good and not Googled the playtime of it.
I know how long.
Do you?
Yeah.
Don't tell me.
Oh. Powers in my hand for once.
Don't tell me because I know,
Whoops.
because I'm keeping an eye on my time count. I'm at like 20 something hours. So I don't look at me like that because I don't know what that means. See you later, everyone. Hooroo. Goodbye.